What's up, witches? It's Luna, and I am not here with an unboxing. I am here with a reading. I'm here barefaced and enraged. As we are all aware, the Supreme Court has done what it telegraphed it was going to do nearly a month ago. And the first thing I want to say is this timing is no accident. Yesterday, the January 6th committee's hearings named names within Congress of the sitting congressmen. I think they're and woman, or I don't know that she asked for a pardon, but that asked for pardons because they were aware of their crimes. The window for people to own up is rapidly closing, and yesterday's hearing was deadly. So why are we hearing this announcement today? Because they need three things. The GOP is bleeding, and they need three things: distraction, retaliation, and a flex. Right? So first thing is to distract their base from what's happening to that party. The second one is, the combination of retaliation and flex. Oh, look at the power we have. So what? It doesn't matter if you take those little small potatoes out. So I have a couple of tools with me. And the first thing that we're going to do, let me take myself out here, is welcome and thank our guides and guardians, allies and ancestors, gods and goddesses, for being here with us every moment of every day, for sustaining us through these very, very difficult times of battle on every level. And I offer you fresh water, and I offer you the fire of Azrael, and I ask that these tools be infused with the spirit of divination to give us the answers that are available to us right now in as much clarity as possible. I thank you in advance. Now, if you missed my aborted live streams on Wednesday, I had just asked the amulets of the goddess for a message, and we got the dolphins and the Willendorf Venus, and so I wanted to read those. The dolphins are about joy, celebration, and play. So it's like, no, that doesn't reflect it all the times we're in. No, it doesn't reflect. It's answering. It's answering. I'm going to read the Willendorf, and then we will bring them together. She represents belonging. You have called the Great Mother of Belonging to you for comfort, to remind you that your presence counts. You are connected to all existence by virtue of being alive, by being yourself. The feeling of belonging is an enormously powerful spiritual experience. It is also a socially, politically, and personally expansive way of being in the world. If you are feeling disconnected or alienated, you are in a state of forgetting. This goddess guide is always a call to return to earth. Get your 2 feet back on the ground. Return to your own source, your own resources. Get your eyes off the other, people, places, and things. Bring your attention to focus on your own bounty, concentrating on where you belong rather than on where you don't. Avoid distancing and devaluing habits such as comparing yourself with others, which always leads to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Take a few moments for deep breathing or meditation. Say, "I love you," while looking in a mirror. Make a phone call to a friend and say, "I love you." Give thanks. Focused energy can be a powerfully moving and generating force. From a place of belonging wholly to yourself in love and acceptance, you will grow. And here's an affirmation so you can repeat this after me. I belong. A child of the earth, I am guided and guarded by the goddess. She holds me. She holds me. She holds me. And she will never let me go. So why these came out is because this is what is required to balance what is coming from the outside. This is what we must focus on and generate inside in order to balance what's coming from the outside. And so to shore up your strength, we're not talking about denial and disappearing into escapism. We are talking about conscious spaces of time that you set aside for your joy, to feel your belonging, to refill that well, to shore up your resources, your psychic resources, your emotional resources, and your physical ones as well, to remind yourself why we fight. Because the earth is beautiful and life is a miraculous thing. This is the source of our power. And the emotions you're feeling, the rage, the helplessness, the grief, these can be directed from this foundation of joy, from this connection to life, connection to love, connection to each other, because we exponentially increase each other's power when we join together. So, this is what she came out to tell us. Remember me, because she never forgets us. Now, let's go to a couple readings. I have the Russian Roma here. It's been a while. And I have the deck of character. I also have the Earthbound Oracle off to the side. I've got a lot off to the side. All the decks I picked for my live stream are still sitting here. So, this deck has already been cleared. And now I'm going to shuffle. I want to see our path forward from this ruling, from Roe v. Wade overturning, and I can't really look at that in isolation from these hearings. So I really am looking for our way forward from this moment in time in the political climate of the United States. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's see what we got. I think I will make myself little tiny so we can see as much as possible before I have to rearrange everything. Oh, new charcoal. All right. So we have apple, horseshoe, angel, and sun. Owl, pig, fire, cavalier. Ring, heron, apple, house, wood, forest, fox, demons, sun, road, dog, boy. All right, nothing yet. Moon, coffin, bear, lady, horse, wood, ship, mice. Wow. Bridge, ship. Okay, so our first image is the ship reversed. And if you don't know, I use the book with this deck. I have not taken the time to internalize these messages because I find the writing so valuable. It's the kind of writing where it's almost prophetic. You will ask a question and you will find that like verbatim stated in the meaning. The period of influence is middle. It's a symbol for finances and adventure. And reversed, it is material loss or unsuccessful efforts. Not every explorer came back with riches. Christopher Columbus discovered North America, yet did not bring back gold to make him rich. Thus, not all your efforts will be successful. So I am asking about this point in time. I am focusing on the GOP here. This is not a time to gamble or take financial chances. You should be careful in investment matters, perhaps not putting all your money into one venture in case the ship sinks with all the assets aboard. The Russian proverb states, overseas there is a cow that costs half a penny. Although things may be cheap in other countries, they're expensive to bring back. Thus, your ideas may be good, but may not be practical financially. So the focus there was on the financial, and I think we just need to look at this whole thing as a gamble. You know, they test drove it when they leaked on purpose the decision. And we knew. Why didn't they do it right then? Because they were keeping it in their back pocket for just such a moment as the SCOTUS took a slice to the jugular, or the GOP, sorry. So they keep talking about financial, but the things that stand out to me, but not all your efforts will be successful. This is not going to give them the boost they think. I'm not going to go farther with that. Not putting all your money into one venture, and not a time to take chances. So this is a big chance. They're putting all their stakes on this decision because they're sinking everywhere else. Oh, stop. Stop doing the thing. Okay, good. Pulsating. Did I turn this on? I'm going to turn this on. The little spirit ball here, and then we'll thump the table to make sure I'm not going to set it off by just... Okay, so if it comes on, we know somebody's here. So it is talking about not success for your efforts. And we have crayfish, house, fish, and scales. I was hoping the scales would come up there. Dagger, bread, horse, lady. We're not getting many images, so the ones that we get are going to be succinct. And look at the bear. Well, interesting. Kind of harks to Russia. Let's look at the bear. Period of influence is middle. So both of the images so far have been middle influence, which means not immediately and not far down the road. So I'm looking at midterms. Everything is really pointed towards that. These two thrusts of energy from the committee, from the SCOTUS, are pushing towards November. The symbol for work, effort with good results. It's pointing that way. It says you will get what you desire, although not in the immediate future. And also, you know, if we're looking at broader, just everybody or us, I realize I did not specifically frame tell me about the GOP or tell me about us. You know, our side of things. Let's see what we get here. You will get what you desire, but not in the immediate future. The picture tells you to be patient. Although you want to do something, the time isn't right for it at present. Don't get discouraged and abandon the project. Realize that perhaps you need further experience or information before your project can be the success it's meant to be. It's appeared for me many times during the writing of this book, so that efforts might get stopped, but the delay actually ends up helping you. Bide your time, knowing each positive or negative experience is a learning process that will make your ultimate objective more worthwhile. So it's equivocating here. Not everything's going to be successful, but some things are going to be successful if we're patient. And we have angel, not book Snake, Moon, Cat, Castle, Cavalier, Mountain Letter, Money, Bouquet, Anchor, Letter, Pagan Fish. Letter is the period of influence is immediate to short. It's news from a distance, and upside down is sad news. You will hear sad news. The news can be regarding your own interests or relating to someone you know well. Okay, well, I would say we're already there. I'm going to move. We have 2 more rows to go. So I'm going to move this row up. This one up beneath, actually this one here, because we've already done those. Okay, book, road, stars, dagger. Oh, how did I know Snake was going to come? All right. Yeah, he caught my attention when the first card went down. Snake. This way, betrayal, unfaithfulness. It's an attack by someone, immediate to middle. If you're doing a reading to find out if someone's being unfaithful, okay. The picture may also be a warning to those who don't suspect anything. All right, we're talking about adultery and unfaithfulness. If the picture does not refer to a sexual betrayal, it could refer to anyone around you. There's a serpent in your environs who is leading you astray. Maybe someone you don't even suspect. The Russian proverb warns, in deep, still pools of water, devils breed. A person may appear quiet and pleasant, but inside be seething with anger, jealousy, or desire. Okay. One of the things that I'm feeling intuitively, I'm just grabbing these images so we don't forget which ones we got. Was that. There was, ooh, did I leave these in the place they belonged? No, like that. Okay. There was that. There was bear. And then there was letter. We got to leave that there until we see if something matches. So this is, so we had the equivocation of not everything's going to be successful, and that some things will be successful with patience on the way forward. And then we have sad news. So, yeah, true. And then we have snake. So I'm really feeling like things are going to start biting. I have a sense that, you know, we're in a pressure cooker of a summer. It's literally hot. And things are heating up on other levels as well. It's dizzying, the things that are happening right now. It's overwhelming. And it is, to me, inevitable that people are going to start going off. And this also speaks to people losing trust in those around them. I know that there's going to be some serious family rifts around this now. We had those rifts happening over COVID. Some of those may have healed. And now Snake says we're again going to be dealing with this where we have people around us that we cannot trust, that we do not agree with on such a fundamental level that we cannot be around them anymore. So, yeah, betrayal, unfaithfulness, absolutely. All right, hold on. Get my cards back here. Cat. Period of influence is short. It's a symbol for hidden danger. In this position, beware of claws hidden beneath the friendly exterior. No, wrong. Going that way. Whew. Having received a blow, you will hide your feelings with dignity. The blow can be bad news of any kind. Perhaps you've been fired, found out your spouse is cheating on, blah, blah. Regardless of the bad news, you'll be able to hide your feelings with dignity. By doing so, you're giving yourself time to adjust to the situation without outside interference. Everyone likes a winner and avoids losers. What this is talking about is you do not have an obligation to, especially coming after this, to outwardly engage and fight those people that you cannot trust around you. Save your energy. Don't be drawn into a fight and distracted from the other things that are going on, So pick and choose your battles. Do not bury your feelings. It's not like, oh, bury your feelings with dignity and, I don't have to feel them and I won't let them show. No. This says you don't have to let them show around certain people. You do not have to engage. You do not have to fight. And then when you are in your space, in your protective place, in your safe place, in your place of belonging, let those feelings out. Feel them, channel them, direct them. Okay? Ground. Grounding is so very important. That's what she was saying. Okay. Everyone likes a winner and avoids losers. By acting like a winner, even in adversity, you gain the respect of others, improve your chances of recouping the loss. Remember, you're greeted according to your clothes, but accompanied according to your mind. Interesting. Therefore, behave in your most dignified way at this time. That means not sinking to that level, getting busy where we know our efforts will be fruitful, rather than letting your energy be drained trying to argue with a fucking goat. And I do not mean to disparage goats. Okay. Forest crayfish horseshoe bridge. Scales, owl, heart, fox. Stars. And this is number 16. Influence is short to life. It's a symbol for destiny influencing your life. In this position, temporary blindness will force you to make a series of mistakes. Oh, shit. This is like the navigator who makes a wrong reading of the stars and then has to spend time getting back to the original course. This is not a bad picture, but warns of unpleasantness, usually due to your own errors. Okay, you know what this is, folks? Bernie or bust. This is Bernie or bust. This is definitely to the past, but we are living the bust right now. Those who could not bear to hold their nose and vote for Hillary Clinton, you've done this. So here's where we see more rifts and betrayal happening here. There's plenty of that to go around. And again, we need to reserve our energy for fixing things, not trying to undo what's already been done. I mean, to change the past. We're where we are. We can't all of a sudden not be where we are, is what I'm saying. So rather than going back and rehashing and all of that, let's take a lesson. The next time it comes to vote, there are bigger things than whether your particular candidate gets in. That is a lesson learned. Temporary blindness can refer to states of anger, jealousy, fear, or anything that causes you to become self-absorbed and unaware of people and circumstances around you. This is where, please, let's not lash out in ways that are going to hurt you and not really get anything done. Yes, there are going to be massive protests. Yes, there needs to be this upswelling. And it needs to be seen. We need to be seen. But please try not to lash out from your anger and your hurt. Direct it. My son and I did a super powerful working around this after I clicked and saw the headline, and he was in a bad state. So we channeled that, and we did an incredibly powerful working where things were coming out of my mouth that, it was like, oof, okay, here we go. Channel those energies. Feel your feelings to clear them out of your system, and channel and direct the immense energy of anger and fury so that it does not get turned inward on you. And if there are others in your circle that righteously deserve your anger, you can, hand them what they deserve, but please take care of yourself. Nothing out of knee-jerk. Oh, and then looky. We have the clover right side up. Period of influence is middle. Symbol for luck, happiness, and fulfillment of desires. This picture tells you that luck is with you now. Good things will come your way by pure chance. Yes, please. If you have asked a question on the outcome of some matter, then you will know that it will turn out well, making you happy. You might already be having the good luck. This event could be what brings a blue wave in November. I feel that it is going to backfire on them spectacularly. This picture covers events shortly preceding the reading, as well as present and near future. The clover picture is strong and refers to fulfillment of important desires in your life. Yes, forget the examples because they're just very mundane. All right. Take heart. Stars are also hope. Regardless of the way they're turned. And looky, we have a cock. How appropriate is that? And I turn straight to him. Rooster. Period of influence is immediate. News that wakes you. Lots of third position cards today. A cheerful pastime will force you to forget grief. A lively activity or cheerful pastime will force you to forget grief. Some grief, sorrow, or misfortune has affected your life. Really? It may be a death, the absence of a loved person, children moving away or such. You're powerless to change these natural rites of passage. However, you need not dwell on the grief. Pleasant activity will help you get over it. Go to the movies. Okay, so exactly what I started off with. So this clearly is talking to us, not them, not about their course. It's us that I'm reading for. So please take your breaks. Restore yourselves. Remind yourself that life is good. We have heron, handshake, dog, and lilies. No match there. And we have birds, scythe, anchor, and ring. No matches there, but we look at these 4 pictures. So let's start with 10. Immediate to life, fate upsetting your life, evil fate pursues you. It's nothing you can do anything about. All that you can do is accept it and live with it. This has come up for a friend of mine who's Jewish. She had to leave Poland partly because of being Jewish. Having problems because of your race, something you can't change. It was nothing she could do anything about, only accept it and stop feeling persecuted. Okay, so talking about the past, an evil person who's entered your life. So this is a reminder that we can't change them. We cannot change them. What we can do is keep reins of power out of their hands. What we can do is get them the fuck out of jobs that hand them those reins of power and that they have no interest in doing according to the oath they took. This is the fate that has befallen us, is these fucking people. And this, this is the end of Pluto and Capricorn, y'all. So recognizing what we can't do anything about and putting our focus again on the things we can do something about, keeping ourselves within our own sphere of influence. Voting on the local level all the way up. Okay, birds. Immediate freedom from responsibilities. You expect someone not to fulfill a promise and you will be right. Okay, so this is where we have to really acknowledge the ones who have betrayed us, family as well as the people that we've elected, the ones who've made promises to get in and absolutely have abdicated on those promises once they got in. We don't expect politicians to be honest, and we're right. In most cases we're right. So it says we get angry, a bigger problem's created as long as we keep the matter in perspective. All right, so what I want to say here is the old, when something looks, walks, and quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Stop expecting people to behave in ways that are different than they've already shown us they're going to behave. We know their character. It's time to clean house. And then ring upside down. Period of influence is middle. It's a relationship between two people. It's a breakup between people in love. Complete breakup. Okay. So, this is talking specifically about a relationship. And I was asking for the collective, so we do have to modify this. And it is stating here that there is something that has been absolutely broken. What's been broken? Our faith in the highest levels of government. The structure, the foundation of our government has been shaken and is still shaking. It's rocking and rolling. Our relationship with, on a broad scale, uterus bearers, those who identify as women, and the rest of everybody, the patriarchy that has failed to protect us, the patriarchy that has failed to protect everybody, as a matter of fact. But there certainly is a rupture here that may not be forever, but it sure is for now. There's a huge rupture. We can no longer trust the highest court in the land. So here's the relationship between women and the highest court in the land that has just let us know resoundingly that we will not receive rights and protection. And it's not just women. They're going after marriage equality. They're going after birth control. They might go after interracial marriage. Clarence Thomas, let's say, hey, if you're going to throw out that baby, here's the rest, here's the bathwater, here's the other baby that needs to go with it. Let's abolish interracial marriage. There goes Clarence Thomas. This is marriage. Okay, so, wow. Oof, boing. Now I'm actually going to look at them. My charcoal lit and left little dusties all over everything when it was flaring up. Let's put a little bit more on here. All right. Let's do a shuffle. And then I will spread and pull. I'm going to do 2 lines of 5. I would like to know the same question, our road. So I guess I'm reading about us. But I want to know about them. So I am specifically asking about them, about the GOP, about the SCOTUS, what happens. And I'm looking at November too, so I would like to see an outcome of November's election. I would like to see, they do not want to be shuffled anymore. I would like to see what's going to happen to the ones that have been called out in Congress. So yes, I am specifically focused on them. Show me what happens here with the liars and the thieves, the traitors, the seditionists. Sprout, Inferno, Bed, Shield, Heaven, Master, Waterfall, Resurrection, Swamp, and Ocean. Good gravy, look at this. Bed and Resurrection. Okay, something that's been asleep is going to rise. Something, bed is kind of the very closest place to home as well. It's very personal, very private, but more than anything, it's where we sleep. So what's been sleeping and looking like dead is going to rise. Now let's look at the ends. Sprout, something that's new growth, and Master. So Master, look at the one eye. This is about single vision. This is high adept, someone who is very focused and skilled. Something sprouting, something beginning, new growth, coming from a place of skill and mastery. I don't think this is talking about them. Let's see. Or just, new growth, that they bring new skills to bear. Okay, let's just keep going. Then we have Heaven and Ocean. Look at this. That looks like a vacation. I mean, heaven is bliss, and yay, we got there. I'm looking at the cross on the shield right next to it. And ocean, vast. Vast, powerful. All right, then let's look at the lines. Something sprouts and turns into an inferno. Okay, this is still talking about us, you guys, I think. That new growth. I'm looking at looking at new growth here. This could be talking about the Marriage Equality Act. Something that's just sprouted, just begun to bloom. It's not that old. And it's becoming a raging inferno. Okay, look at this. I've got the line from the song, how do we sleep when our beds are burning? How do we sleep when our beds are burning? Foundations being shaken. This is shaking this country to its core. It is going to rattle some people awake that have been asleep for a very long time now. Bed and shield. Reclining, rest, protection. Fire, rest, protection, heaven. We have rest and protection. Bed can be a foundational thing as well. Hold on, I'm going to get my little deck of character book. Because sometimes you got to let somebody else do the thinking. Okay, this is characters, places is what I need. Balance life, rest, getting in tune with basic life cycles, taking care of yourself, dreams, exploring sensuality, putting things to rest, fatigue, illness, and bed rest. So again, this is talking to us, and it's reiterating the same message. This is one thing you learn as a reader, that sometimes every time you set a context and a question, and you keep trying to bring the meanings into the context of that question, and the meanings just keep saying, no, we're going this way instead. We're going this way. And also, okay, I am going to stretch my brain here. If we say bed and look at the resurrection, look at this cross, look at heaven. So, I'm going to force myself back into the context of my specific question. I want to know about them. What has been sprouting, which is this neo-Nazism, is turning into a raging inferno. This could talk about no rest, but what's been, lying dormant. And then this shield, and my God, I'm looking at that shield, and you know what I'm seeing? The fucking Knights Templar. And the Inquisition. And heaven here saying, that's going to get me to heaven. The Lord is my shield. So we've got this thing that has sprouted, this radical Christian right. These domestic terrorists that have sprouted, and we've got a bed and shield in heaven. Things that have been lying dormant have been given protection, and they see that as access to heaven. Okay, master, waterfall. Let's look at master again. It is just mastery. You are your own master. Stillness is mastery. Holding power inside. Badass, all-knowing. No need to dominate. Do you want to be right or at peace? That's not an either-or prospect, y'all. Letting go, Zen, ultimate truth. No need to overcome anything, expert. So if we can look at this as maybe them and this is us, we can go to our stillness, waterfall. Look at the antidote to the inferno is the waterfall. So we are countering the inferno here with a waterfall of what we are able to generate through our spiritual practice, which is more love, more compassion, transforming that anger, that rage, that hopelessness and helplessness, transforming it into this flow of love, letting it feed into a flow of love and compassion. Abundance, new beginning, reset, flow, cleanse, rush, revitalization, movement, renewal, constant change. And then we have resurrection. And then we have swamp. Look at waterfall, swamp, ocean. We've got 3 forms of water there. Shield, swamp, protecting the swamp, protecting. So, okay, I got to go back again to. I'm also looking that inferno is above the waterfall. So we can look at, the above bearing down on the below. This waterfall, our sense of compassion and love, having this raging fire kind of pressing down on it or boiling it away. This is a hard read, you guys. Let me go here. Or actually, let's go back to here. Okay, I was going to ask for a hit on master, and I got airplane. So airplane is things that are in motion, things that move, travel long distance, moving from one place to another place far distant. A long way to go to get to peace, to get to mastery. We can look at, moving away from this sense of mastery. This is really a hard read. Any of your help, anything you see that I'm not seeing, I really appreciate. Waterfall resurrection. Is my door... I need to close the door again. Hold on. There's a pie wacket. He pushed the door open, and my son and his friend are down there rocking out in order to move their grief and fear through. Okay. Give me another on waterfall, please. I would like a hit on waterfall, please. Okay, there it is. Whoops. Come back. Oh, 2. I got elves and dancing shoes. Well, elves are helpers. Dancing shoes remind us to get out and kick things up. I think I might be confusing myself more than anything. Resurrection swamp. So, okay. So if I just read the line, and I think this was just in response to me talking about my son and his friend there. Master, waterfall, and there's a rising again, resurrection, something comes back, but then in what do we resurrect but the swamp, resurrecting the swamp. And then it's bigger than we think. But the swamp, going from swamp to ocean, it's like, swamp is stagnant, icky, fetid, infected water. And the ocean is vast and flowing and moving. God, you guys, I'm having a hard time. Master, bed, ocean. We are talking about, again, resting, taking time in nature. At its simplest, sprout, resurrection, heaven. Something took root, is sprouting, is resurrecting, and will go to the highest level, the highest good. Inferno and swamp, like the two cards, only cards really that could be seen as negative cards in this reading are Inferno and swamp. Shield and waterfall, protecting, healing. Okay, so I tried staying within the context of the question. Let's go outside of that context now and look again. So we have this inferno happening and we have this swamp happening, but the shield here is above the swamp. I'm very confused. You know what? I'm going to do again. I'm going to pull again. I could be absolutely blind. Please let me know if I am, if that's what you're seeing. Hey, Luna, how could you miss this? Let me know. Because like you, when I am in a fraught emotional state, look at the treadmill here, it's very difficult to think clearly and sometimes to hear what's coming through. Okay, there's one. 2. 3, clarify please. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is looking a little more on target. It's looking more reflective of the question. For the collective, let's just see what the message here is. So we've got fairy and broken heart in the middle, and fairy is magical, and magical, things that poof, there, the problem's gone. Fairy and a broken heart. So we can talk about our, broken hearts being mended, seemingly by magic. And okay, so I think this is actually talking to the first question about them. This SCOTUS decision is like, okay, everybody's so upset about these, they're wounded and bleeding from these hearings. So here, bing, let's heal your heart by handing down this heinous decision. It's a Band-Aid. Angsty teen, Band-Aid angsty teen. It's a backlash. It's, okay, well, we're going to do this. Pih. Unfortunately, it has real consequences. Majestic whale and night. So this is something rare, awe-inspiring. This is protective, someone that comes to protect, someone that comes to do battle. Let's do the lines. It's a Band-Aid on a sinking ship. And they're looking for magical, and look at the dragon too, fairy and dragon. Oh, we're looking for magical things, a fairy to come and, make it all better. And the dragon, this mythical, powerful beast, to come and, wreak destruction and havoc on the village. Down here, we've got the angsty teen having a temper tantrum, acting out, being rebellious. We have it taking us to war. And broken hearts. Sorry if there's hair. My hair everywhere. So here's the broken heart. Then we've got weirdo. So there's some things here that are unexpected. The weirdo, I think, is going against the grain. Answering things with, yes, with rebellion, but there's, I'm looking at that hat too. So this is saying that it's not normal. This is not these are the outliers. These are the weirdos. They're not the majority. And then we have the knight. Okay. This is the lunatic fringe on that side, and the ones with all the body armor that think they're knights. So let's hope that they've got enough of them locked up from January 6th. But they're out there, folks. When we have at one and the same time gun laws just evaporating all throughout the country, and then we have this touching a lit match to a powder keg. I think ultimately this is a Band-Aid on a sunken ship. I think the GOP is doomed and it's in its death throes. And so this is, where they're going, is it's all out war to try to survive. Angsty teen, fairy, and knight. So yeah, we have these immature incels that behave like privileged, entitled teenagers, and this, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it all better, and we're going to change everything, and then they slap on their armor. Band-Aid, broken heart, majestic whale. A Band-Aid cannot heal a broken heart because it's way bigger than that. The majestic whale talks about, what it's being described is bigger. So this, I think, looking from their side, a Band-Aid cannot heal their broken hearts of where, the party is breaking. The GOP is breaking, and a Band-Aid can't heal it because it's way bigger. Way, way bigger than that. Sunken ship and weirdo. Okay, the weirdos are going down. The MAGA hats are going down. They're sinking. The domestic terrorist arm of the GOP is sinking. War and dragon. Ooh, man, am I thinking Game of Thrones when everybody's down there, you know, in the muck and fighting one-on-one, and here she comes on her dragon. Holy shit. All right. This I am calling the longest, hottest summer. We've had, so much heat weather-wise, and now the heat is kicking up on all levels. And we had the heat of the hearings, and now we've got the heat of this and the protests. And I will end this by not praying for peace, but for justice and safety. I pray for safety. I pray for safety. Please take care of yourselves so that none of ours are the ones to go off. If we're going to go off, let's go off en masse in powerful protests, in powerful magical workings. Powerful magical workings. If I look kind of this way, look at this broken heart. Our broken hearts can push us into doing powerful magic. So, yeah, I haven't been doing political readings lately just because I haven't. But, we're Pluto dips its toe into Aquarius for the first time next March. Do you hear them yelling down there? Poor kids, my God. I'm going to go take care of them. Please take care of yourselves. Please do your practice as if your very life depends on it. Please call upon all of your power entities. We're doing this together. Look for a prayer circle or multiple prayer circles in the near future. All right, this is Luna. I'll see you next time. Until then, blessed be.